Should I really quit my corporate job? If you're asking yourself this question, stick around. In this video, I will be sharing the top 5 signs that you may need to quit and go and do something that makes you happier and more fulfilled. Hi guys, my name's Will. Welcome to my channel, Average to Epic. This channel is all about giving you the skills and the knowledge needed to reach your full potential and create a life you truly love. So for more content like this, do click the subscribe button below and of course hit like if you did enjoy the video. A key element of creating a life you love, of course, is doing work you love. The average person will spend a third of their entire lifetime at work. So this has never been more important. However, a global study by Gallup recently found that only 15% of the people they surveyed felt engaged at work. So that means a whopping 85% of people are not happy in their jobs. And this is a feeling that I know all too well. Over 10 years ago, on paper, I had succeeded. I was working at one of the world's largest investment banks, and if I'd stayed, I was well on course to earn over £100,000. There was only one issue. I was miserable. I didn't know why, but it took me 2 years to actually quit and go and do something more fulfilling. Okay, so if this is sounding like you, let's get straight into it. The top 5 telltale signs that you should consider quitting your corporate job and doing something else. Number 1 is feeling unmotivated at work. So I think it's probably impossible to feel completely motivated and excited 100% of the time in work. However, if you are feeling unmotivated most of the time, for example, telltale signs, I was guilty of this: clock watching, daydreaming, talking to colleagues, thinking about the weekend, living for Friday, as most people say, surfing the internet, looking at Facebook, looking at my YouTube video and work. If you're doing this, by the way, fantastic use of time. Keep doing that. So this will be a telltale sign maybe that you should consider doing something else. Number 2, you dread going to work. This is such a big indication because there are many people out there who believe that, well, that's life. We're never going to get a job that we like. Just have to accept it. I completely disagree with that. If you're getting this sinking feeling in your stomach most of the time, if you dread going to work, I'm not really talking about the Monday morning blues when you're trying to drag yourself out of bed. I think we all have that from time to time. But for most of the time, if you feel dread going to work, it doesn't have to be like that. That's not normal. You don't have to accept that. Because think back to a time when you were in flow state, when you were doing something that you were passionate about. What happened? Time stopped. You weren't clock watching. You weren't wondering, praying, wishing that you could finish and go and do something else. Time stopped and you were lost in the moment. Sometimes you'd forget to eat. You'd forget to go to the toilet. You'd forget what time it was. This can be the same for you if you're doing something that you absolutely love. And even the inventor of the light bulb, Thomas Edison, famously said that he never worked a day in his life. And that guy was renowned for working his socks off. So if he can do it, we all can. Number 3, you're not learning and progressing. This is vitally important because people tend to go through the honeymoon stage when they get a new job. For the first 3 months, they learn like crazy, and then it kind of tails off, and then they become comfortable. You hear things said such as, I can do the work with my eyes closed. I'm comfortable. I don't need to think. I just sit there and do the job. This is not actually a good thing, particularly if you're young, if you're quite fresh out of university. You need to be learning as much as you can so you can shape the rest of your life and your working life. Number 4, you're feeling stressed and burnt out. This is a big one, and a study showed that around 80% of people from time to time feel stress at work. It is normal to feel a little bit of stress, but if you're constantly burnt out, if you're constantly stressed, this can certainly be a warning sign. And there are a number of reasons Obviously, the workload, the actual job you're doing, but it can also come from the company, from your colleagues, from your boss as well. So I do remember at university, there's a guy called Alex. Straight out of university, he was offered a graduate program at one of the big banks on £100,000 a year. This was crazy. We were all jealous of him. £100,000 at age 21. He lasted 4 months. Because he was so stressed and burnt out. He was working crazy hours, and he realized the hard way that he would much rather earn a lot less money but be a lot happier. And number 5 is this: your future. Here at Average to Epic, we do like to map out your vision. Where do you see yourself in the future? What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself becoming? So a very good trick that you can do is to look at someone who has been at the company many years, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they have achieved a position that potentially you would want to do in the future. Maybe a team leader, manager, director, running the whole company, CEO. Look at them. Can you imagine yourself doing that position in the future? Would you want to do that? How does that make you feel? If it doesn't make you feel good, if you dread the thought of it, that might be a huge indication that you do need to go and do something else. Okay, so those were the top 5 telltale signs that maybe you should consider quitting your corporate job and doing something more fulfilling. I would love to hear from you, so in the comments below, do tell me which ones did you really relate to? Which ones are you currently feeling at the moment? So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a like, and of course, smash that subscribe button for weekly videos like this where I show you how to reach your full potential and really create a life that you absolutely love. Till next time, take care, bye-bye.